Yo, what's up, everyone? Chapter 1027 of One Piece just dropped literally earlier today, and I was a really big fan of this chapter. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there were a lot of great moments, specifically with Momo. He was absolutely fantastic this chapter. Yamato was great this chapter. Luffy was great this chapter. Characters I love to see being the characters I enjoy. Really, really great. We also got some stuff with Zoro and King, which was pretty exciting, and a little moment with Frankie that I actually liked quite more than I expected to. So, a lot in this chapter I really, really enjoyed. So, let's get right into it. But first, I'm going to kind of change the editing style of this video. I kind of wanted to keep it this background for quite a bit of the time, and my expression on the left would change a bit. So, let me know what you think of it down below, because I'm curious. I want to change the editing style to make it feel more, I don't know, fluid, stuff like that. So, we'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And with that, let's get right into it. First off, the cover page for this chapter was absolutely fire. I cannot believe we live in a world where Roger is a requestable character for cover pages, but really, really cool. Obviously it's a cute drawing, but that in itself is just it's wacky. You know what I mean? Oh my god. But yeah, I'm going to divide this into two sort of sections. Obviously, there's the Luffy, Yamato, Momonosuke stuff, and then the Zoro, King stuff. So, we'll talk about the Yamato, Luffy, Momo stuff right now. Personally, that's by far my highlight of the chapter. Not a diss to Zoro, but just, that was so cool. It felt so, sick. I don't know. So, let's get right into that. I really, really like what Yamato says, the clashes between Whitebeard and Roger. They would also split the heavens, because obviously after reading Oden's journal, Yamato would know about that, and it's just man, just we get that feeling that I got last chapter, where it's Luffy did it. The fact that Luffy is being now directly compared to be on, well, not the level, but on the level, he could be those guys. It's kind of crazy. It's so sick, and I'm just really, really happy that that is just a thing. Yamato is pretty badly injured, and Luffy tells Yamato to go with Momonosuke and try and make him, get away so they don't get killed by Kaido, and also because Luffy's selfish and wants to take on Kaido himself. That was awesome. I love that Luffy is just still very firmly self-centered, but in such a way that it's endearing. You know what I mean? He's only doing this because it's something that he wants to do. He wants to take down Kaido because Kaido messed with Tama and all these people, and it's so great. It's so fantastic. It's just Luffy's such a fantastically written character, because all of his motivations come definitely from him as a person, not because he wants to do it because others think it is the right thing to do. He's doing it because Kaido has wronged people that were nice to him. It's almost like the same thing with Big Mom. Big Mom's just gonna hurt these people because they gave her food to him. It's kind of weird. A lot of his motivation is just, they gave us food, they're nice. But obviously the focus of this scene isn't really Luffy. He's the best, so I like talking about him. The focus of the scene is definitely Momonosuke and him trying to kind of grow and become more determined and confident, which is, obviously completely inspired by Luffy. But, this is just a really nice moment, and something I really, really like is when earlier Momonosuke and Yamato are trying to flee from Kaido, and he gets a flashback of Kinemon screaming to Shinobu, "Take Momonosuke-sama and run." And Momo, he's crying, thinking, "Lend me your strength, Kinemon, Kiku." It's just damn. They're gone. Please be gone. And it's just whew. Very good moment for Momo, in my opinion. Having that sort of, not realization, but him kind of festering on this feeling. Kaido has just killed all these people. Well, I think Hanjiro. But Kaido's influence has caused all of these people he cares about to just die. It was mentioned last chapter as well, when Momonosuke bit Kaido, and it's just, I'm really liking these scenes, like, a lot. So I definitely want to highlight them whenever Momo gets those moments of like Kaido is really just horrible. I think it's really great. So obviously Luffy said Yamato helped Momo get away because, you know, Momo's going to die, you're going to die. But the real reason that Yamato got injured, which I thought was actually pretty narratively perfect, was since Yamato obviously is Kaido's child, you know, Yamato knows so much about Kaido's abilities, and Momo has Kaido's abilities, and it makes Momo realize, like, dragons don't fly, they grab the flame clouds, they have to make the flame clouds. Basically, Yamato info dumps all of Kaido's abilities to Momonosuke, and this sort of allows Momonosuke to get more confident with his abilities after realizing, oh, that's all I have to do. This is how I can save everyone. And Yamato also adds a really, really interesting point about if Onigashima just drops right now, it's still going to destroy everyone because there's just a weapons facility. So there's just, it's a big bomb. And I didn't even think of that. I'm not going to lie. I always assumed it would just crush everything and not just explode. But yeah, it's gonna explode. So the tension is just like elevated a lot in my head. I just thought, you know, the flower capital is gonna get crushed, people are there, but the rest should be fine, unless like all the dust and, you know, earth that kind of gets brought into the air, that could be bad. But no, it's just a bomb. It's just like, whoa, hold up, this is kind of crazy. And I don't know, there's just some other scenes that I really liked within this little section. Momonosuke saying like, oh, then we have to stop Luffy. That was really in character for him not realizing. And Yamato had a pretty good line in response as well. Like, we can't tell him. He's the only one that can beat Kaido. His burden, you know, if we just tell him that, he's going to be even more stressed out. I know. I thought it was really great. And they're going to take this on their own. They're going to do it. Momonosuke is going to save the day, and it's going to be fantastic. Very, very excited to see where this goes, because very, very good. Also, I just wanted to highlight some of the panels in this section. I really, really like the one where it's kind of like a zoom out of Onigashima. We see the flame clouds around it. That's pretty fire. It's probably going to be the thumbnail of this video, I'm not gonna lie. And the other one I really liked was Luffy and Kaido getting ready to clash. We see the, you know, hockey sort of kind of like tracing off of Luffy's fists and Kaido's kanabo. Super, super sick. So just wanted to highlight those two specifically. So onto the Zoro King stuff, because I feel like I'm definitely not going to talk about it that much because it's just build up. I assume next chapter is going to be the Zoro versus King chapter, so excited to see that. I really like King's hybrid form. It's so like simple yet effective. It honestly reminds me a lot of Mr. One, like a lot, because it's just his entire arms are the blades now. I think it's actually pretty cool, not gonna lie. I just think, you know, it has a lot of potential to have, you know, a neat fight. Also, obviously he's a pterodactyl, and, you know, what if like he can use that to dash forward more often, like he did literally in this, you know, in this chapter. I feel as though the combined speed of the wings and literally how they're just basically massive swords is pretty sick. I just want to highlight some of the choreography because I was actually quite impressed. I thought that Zoro getting launched out of the skull and then using an attack to bounce back in was really, really cool. I like how King's anger was all motivated by his mask getting cracked. Obviously, this was meant to happen eventually, but I'm pretty intrigued. And now I've been seeing some people talk about like he has a tattoo. I can't see it personally. Literally in the colored pages below, there's like a blue mark above his head, and at this point it's too vague for me to say anything about it, so I'm not going to, but it's there, so something's there, you know. But overall, I think that this build-up has me pretty intrigued. And onto the Frankie scene that I was mentioning, I just thought that was really cool. Like, I don't know why, because we haven't seen Frankie do anything in actually quite a while, ever since his fight with Sasaki, and it like put him in like the perfect position to, you know, catch Zoro. His hands actually kind of looked like a catcher's mitt, in my opinion. So I thought that was a funny little sight gag. And he even says, hey, do you need a hand? And he's like, nah, I got this. And it's just like, that's cool. I don't know. Personally, looking forward to Zoro vs. King. I'm looking forward to Sanji vs. Queen more, I think. Because I feel like we're going to get some Vegapunk lore or like some Judge Queen lore, like some cool. But I don't know, King being a Lunarian and having like apparently this weird tattoo that's important also has a lot of potential. So definitely intrigued to see what happens in the future. And that's really all my thoughts on the chapter. Overall, I thought it was pretty solid. Like, I really liked the Yamato and Momonosuke stuff. Luffy being the best character, once again. And the impressive choreography from Zoro vs. King has me really excited to see where this goes. Not a lot happened, but again, this is just something that I've wanted for a while, which is Momonosuke getting more confident, putting the clouds around Onigashima, which is a theory I really like, and I'm glad it happened. I don't know. A lot to enjoy in this chapter for me. So I'm curious, what did you think of this chapter? Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Are you more excited for Zoro vs. King than Sanji and Queen? Let me know below. And with that, hope you enjoy the video.